Well, alrighty, fellas. Good morning, good schmorning. How are we doing today? Welcome back to another PokeMMO stream recap, your daily source of news, information, upcoming events within PokeMMO, and just my daily day-to-day progress within the game itself. We had a lot of things recently sell on the GTL. A few of the Smeargles that I made recently for that challenge. Thanks for the sub, Tortu. I'll give you a proper thank you in a quick sec. We had our Smeargle sell. We had that Garchomp that we Eevee trained and sold so quickly. That was amazing. I kind of want to do so today on the dock. We're gonna collect this Pokeyen first things first. A nice amount of Pokeyen. People ask me all the time why I don't just click claim all. It's a good question. The reason is I have all these other Pokemon over here that have been sitting here for like I think over a year at this point. These Ammonites have been here. I end up using my GTL as storage. It's people always say, oh, how much Pokeyen would you have if you claimed all your GTL? Well, actually none. These are unsold. I just let them sit here as essentially storage instead of having to claim them and resell them and stuff like that. When something doesn't sell that's like pretty high value, I usually do try to resell them. Things like this Alpha Golett. So I'm going to look into like what this price should be. Same with this Golurk. So I'm going to go ahead and collect those. Go ahead and relist those in a quick sec. Everything else can just sit for the time being and I'll deal with it another day. Today's goal is shiny hunting, of course. We're still 60,000 encounters dry. Number one, shiny hunting. Number two, nice shiny Vigoroth over there. Number two, number one, in terms of time order, I'm going to breed for profit immediately. I'm going to start breeding for profit now, do a few breeds for profit, get the Pokeyen kind of up because I'm a little bit broke. Only 5 mil Pokeyen as an endgame player is not a whole lot. I invested a ton into investments during the last recent Christmas event and Lunar New Year event, which are doing very, very well, but I have to get my capital back up to do further things in the game. So I plan to do a few things today. Number one, do some breeds for profit. Number two, shiny hunt at some point. Number three, I want to fill up all of my daycares. I kind of think that gaining free XP from the daycares might be one of the most underrated, like powerful passive moneymakers and passive XP within PokeMMO. So I'm going to try to grab like Eevee trained Pokemon in my PC and throw them in there and just have them slowly passively level them up to 100, and then you'll have to withdraw them for X amount of Pokeyen or whatever. It's 1k Pokeyen per level. But there's a lot of Pokemon where that's really, really worth it to do, and you'll gain some crazy profits. There was an old forum post from 2018 that said that 60% of the total XP you gain is like given as extra to your daycare Pokemon. I can't imagine that's still true. That's got to be outdated because that sounds too broken. That sounds too good to be true. So the quick TLDR, we're going to fill up our daycares, we're going to breed for profit, we're going to shiny hunt, and I might even throw up a few randoms PvP games to fill the void because I've been enjoying that recently. Post-event season, no stress, can do whatever I want to do. Dude, randoms are fun. Randoms are a great way to get into PvP. I cannot recommend randoms to people enough. But let's go ahead and first things first, let's get on to relisting these Golurks, Alpha Golurks, and Alpha Golett. Dude, this is actually nuts. Like, Alpha Goletts and Golurks are just hyper rare. There's just nothing really. I can go to Golurks or whatever. The cheapest one, 2x31, 25 plus, and 2 of the stats and adamant. This is not comparable. It's for 17 days. This would never sell, in all honesty. But, man, this didn't sell before for 600k. And I kind of think that's the right price. It must have just been in a wrong market. 600k is probably right. I'm trying to... What's the cheapest here? Let's actually just get rid of everything. What's the cheapest Alpha Golett worth? 150k or so. Okay, so nothing crazy, but like... Well, no. The cheapest Golett is 240k. Cheapest Golurk, though, which also very well matters. Around 200k. This could be flipped pretty easily, this one. 150k buy. I mean, it's not a very big flip, but I'm going to flip that because I'm going to make like 20, 30k on it very, very easily. Man, this is a tough one to sell. It's 2x31 adamant plus 20 plus and other stats. I think I'm just going to throw it back up again for... I could do 500k if I want to move it quickly. We'll see it. We'll see what happens. I'm going to put it for 500k. Not 50k. We'll put it for 500. See how that goes. It's an expensive Pokemon to breed because it can only breed with itself or Alpha Dittos. The genderless Pokemon. And then this other one that I have, let's go grab the other one that I just bought to flip. I could easily sell this. I bought it for 150. I could easily sell it for 190 and make a small profit after listing fee. But I also want to check its other stats to see if I could get even more. Finding flips, one of my favorite things in PokeMMO is finding flips while looking to price check or sell or looking for some other money-making method. One of the most enjoyable things in PokeMMO, in my opinion. Yeah, that Golett already sold. And to me, that tells me that someone's going to flip that, which I'm okay with. Like, that's fine. If I can insta-sell that for a really good amount of Pokeyen, plus this goes for 190, it wouldn't surprise me if there was flip room on that Golett, which is totally understandable. This one is Jolly Nature. Similar situation. Dude, these alpha Goletts are big money. Goletts and Golurks. Let's look again. Alpha Golurk. It's better to check Golurks. There's more of them. I sold that one for 190k. Let's go advanced search. Alpha Golurk. It is missing hidden ability access. It seems like people sucked the hidden ability access off of it. Gotcha. That's kind of interesting. Okay. This one's Jolly, but this one might just want a Golurk. You also could put hidden ability access back onto it if you really wanted to. 31, 2020. If you want it for PvP, what you're buying it for. This one's Adamant. Wow, this feels underpriced though. No, that might be about right. Mine's Jolly. I'm probably gonna go the same price point. 199k. Nothing crazy on this one. So boom bam. We'll collect that 500k. Yes, please. Now we're up to 5.4 mil, getting our cash up a little bit. So that was just selling stuff. Let's actually try to look for some nice breeds for profit. Yeah, I did just get a question on it, so it's a perfect time to talk about it. Someone asked, you know, how do I know what do you recommend, what Pokemon to breed for profit? And I have a video called What's the Best Pokemon to Breed for Profit? And that's an evergreen style of video made to teach the thought process and the learning skills behind identifying what is a good Pokemon to breed for profit. For example, today, my plan is to look for Tangela breeds with hidden ability access, Tangela breeds with hidden ability, as well as Roselia's Roserades, I think. We'll see what else. But because there's PvP tiers changing and stuff like that, because Tangela is getting moved down to NU from UU, which is a big deal. A lot of NU players are now all of a sudden going to need competitive Tangelas. I think there could be a really good market there. So I'm going to look at Tangelas first things first today. And see what build. I'm guessing it's hyper more defensive, but I would start off by going to PvP statistics, checking out UU. It's not in NU yet, and seeing what Tangela build people go. Regenerator, obviously, so hidden ability is a must. Eevee Regenerator, bold, so hyper defensive on Tangela. That makes sense. We're gonna look for something to match those stats. But I feel like this is gonna be my best starting buy. I went ahead and I just did matching IVs 2, and I sorted for all the stats that a Tangela would need. Now the beauty of this is, like, if it does come out with like nicer stats or whatever, physical attack, we could sell it as a Tangeroth as well. But I want to aim for those. I want to keep it a Tangela so the buyers can decide to evolve it or not, and figure out if they want to turn it into a NU comp or an OU or UU comp with a Tangeroth. So I'm gonna get my calculator up. We're gonna start tracking the cost of the breeds and see how much profit we can make within like a short time period. But I'm also going to go ahead and go buy this female Tangeroth. I kind of wish I bought this one as female as well, because now I'm going to have to buy... I might be able to find a female breeder for it, though. This is not that. This is just going to be a different breed. That cost 110k. We're going to do two different... So it's 200k total so far. We're going to do two different Tangeroth breeds and see how much profit we can make. Honestly, wow, I'm actually really excited for that. I did not realize how cheap Alpha Dittos are right now. I will take that all day for 72k. So that is plus 73k. And then I'm also about to buy 20k in braces. So we have a pretty high total cost right now. These are high, you know, cost breeds. I'm adding on the braces preemptively. This Ditto is for the male Tangrowth. I'm going to go grab a speed bracer to put on the Tangrowth. And then a special attack bracer. We're hoping to just high roll up the special defense, which should roll. Yeah, it should, as long as we at least medium roll on it. If we low roll, that would be super unfortunate, but what happens, happens. I put the brace on the wrong Tangrowth. That's okay. So we're going to get both breeders. I'm going to find the other breeder for the other Tangrowth, which we thankfully should only need a male plant egg group alpha, as opposed to a Ditto here, which is nice. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up this Parasect for 60k. Once again, kind of an expensive breed. And I'm also paying 20k more. So plus 80k on here for the braces plus the breeder. 373,000 Pokeyen spent on these two Tangrowths. Hopefully I can sell them for a bit of profit. I didn't check these beforehand. I might lose money if I, you know, it's possible if I make a big mistake here. I'm going to go for Power Brace and Power Lens. Put the lens on the Tangrowth here. Did I not buy the HP brace? Oopsie. Somehow I didn't. Okay. We'll put this on the Parasect. Let's go look at these breeds. See how they look. Hopefully I can make it. Hopefully I can sell them for, if I can sell them for at least 200k a piece, or like 400k total. That's pretty much what you're hoping for. You know, that's pretty much all you really want to do. We're hoping for a at least medium roll here on the Spadef. We probably do want to pay to, yeah, we're going to pay plus 10k on our calculator to make both of these female. It's definitely worth it. It definitely makes them more valuable. We're going to go through with it. Yup, alpha hit ability does pass. Should be good. Yup, that breed's done. 383k total cost. Plus 400 Pokeyen if you really want to count the Pokeballs and get really stingy about it. Next up, same thing. Pay for female. 2 times 31. Needs to medium roll here and could high roll defense. Lot of RNG on this one, boys. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Hopefully it works out. Let's just go for it. Did I misclick? Is one locked? Ah, okay. I locked. Okay, so if you misclick like the little lock button, it'll prevent your Pokemon, which is like a good thing. Honestly, I probably want to like lock this like Chandelure, for example, so I don't actually breed that if I'm ever like breeding for profit or breeding some certain shinies or something like that. Okay, while those Tangelas are hatching, I want to go look over at my PC and see what Pokemon I have sitting around that I could plop into the daycares and start leveling. Because I have so many Pokemon that probably need it, right? Certain things like this Rampardos, maybe it's like a special attacking one. Anything that's like Eevee trained fully and just needs levels is the best case scenario. This Dragonite's kind of a good one. Does it even need to be leveled up though is the next question. It could be level 100 just for fun. I don't know if it'll affect the price that much though, to be honest. You really do have to factor in, this could be super good, but you also could make massive mistakes and pay too much to level Pokemon that aren't needed, right? Like, this is going to cost me like 60k, 70k just to pull out of the daycare, and it's not that good of a Cofagrigus, right? However, Cofagrigus is a Pokemon that I kind of have been theorizing might be good for raids at one point. I don't know if it has been yet, so maybe it is worth. I have 3 Mons so far. I think I am going to go ahead and put the Rampardos in. This is a special type of Rampardos meant to XP train at the best XP training spot in the game. It needs Surf, of course, but we can always just HM teach that later on. I've got the Rampardos, this Dragonair, which is level 40 or so. It's Adamant, which is good for PVM, so that could be decent for like certain PVM activities. I kind of want to do this one, but this one's not good enough. I don't think I would ever put this one in the daycare. I don't think. It's a very mediocre Dragonair, just meant to like be Eevee trained and sold off very quickly. This Brillish is kind of under leveled, but this could be put in. Another Pokemon that like could be good during certain raids as well. Something like a Frillish. This Alpha Arbok is level 73, so I kind of like the idea of just plopping this in the daycare just because it's already so high level. That's honestly a good one to do. Like, the higher level Pokemon you put in the daycare, kind of the better, because then it's going to cost less to actually pull it out. So I'm going to go ahead and actually... that convinces me. I kind of want to swap like my Kaffa or my Rampardos with this Dragonite. The higher level, kind of the better, because you're paying less Pokeyen. Rhyperior is another Pokemon that could be good, actually, with certain raids and stuff, with Lightning Rod and immunity. Okay, I'm going to put this in over the Rampardos as well. So we're going to let these get XP trained a bit more, but these 4 Pokemon I'm going to be putting in daycares. Now, my Tangelas did hatch, so let's go actually check those out. Careful Nature, Jolly Nature, not good natures. We're going to go ahead and see what these sell for. This one did definitely medium roll. This one, I think, low rolled special defense, which sucks. Medium roll defense, I believe. Decent rolls. Both came out female, which is nice. Let's see if we can sell these for at least 400k. That's the goal here. I don't know if it was worth to breed the 2 times 31. I might need to breed this one up to make the profits. We'll have to see. Let's go ahead and sell this one, though. This one is definitely listable. Here, I'm always happy to do another little PSA on this. It's probably like one of the most important things to understand in PokeMMO. Whether you're a shiny hunter, breeder, casual player, whatever, holding left control, or having control in general, control plus left click on your mouse. If you ever see me move Pokemon very quickly, it's from control plus left click. The game doesn't really tell you in most ways like how to access that shortcut, the hotkey, but it's very, very powerful. I think if you click, there's a few things down here that kind of are underrated resources. Let's see if I can, I don't even know what that does. There should be somewhere, somethhere explains hotkeys in the PC, but even I can't find it. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I don't even know if I can find it. There used to be something at least. But control click. Control click is the main one. Hold left click. Control click. Boom, boom, boom. You can quickly move Pokemon back and forth. Okay, the most comparable Tangela on the GTL comparatively to this one is this one, but it's obviously 4 times 31, but it's also male. So I'm going to list mine at like 240, 250k, I think. I'm not even sure if I'll make profit on these breeds at this point, but I'm going to go 250k on it. I think it's a fair price. I think it's a fair price. You could even turn this into a Tangrowth, but at that point you're losing. It's not really worth it. So I'm going to try to sell this for 250k. Hopefully someone wants to buy this as a breeder. I think that's super, super relevant. So I'm going to go ahead and list that 250k. Let's go. I'm going to subtract 235k from my total cost. So I need to get, so now we're at 148k still negative. I need to sell this one for hopefully more than that. Let's see. I might need to breed this one more time though before I can actually make a profit on it. We'll see. This one might be a little cooked. We're gonna go 31 alpha 20 plus. It might be fine. 20 plus Tangela. Yeah, 120k. There's a compare. I think this one has to get, this is male. The next one's 135. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this Breloom to go with this breed. So that is plus 57k onto the cost. This is definitely a Tangela. I'm going to have to breed more times. I think I just kind of messed up on this breed, which is okay. I think it's good to show. I have videos where I make 600,000 Pokeyen within half an hour, right? But then sometimes breeding for profit doesn't always go like that. Sometimes you only make like 100 or 200k an hour and you kind of have to scrap around or if you make mistakes. But it is almost always caused by human error. Like this was a mistake on my end. This is a bad breed that I went through with and now I have to kind of correct it. So it is a very skill depth thing, and it's okay because it's just always something you're gonna have to improve on. I'm gonna have to buy braces. I'm gonna do plus 77k. There's always room to improve in PokeMMO, which is kind of a beautiful thing. You know, you'd rather it be like, this I messed up because of a skill thing versus RNG, right? That would be a lot more frustrating. Let me go ahead and we need a special defense brace and then an HP brace for this breed. We're gonna get this cooked up in the daycare man. And then go do the other things we have planned for today. All right, this is what the breed looks like. I am gonna pay the 5k extra as well. I probably might have to breed this one more time to really get into profits as well, but we'll see how this goes. So 230k is our total cost. Still, this has to at least sell for that, which I don't know if it will. So we're just gonna keep breeding it until we get a profit on it. Hello, Patrouski. I have a genuine question for you. I'm a fairly new player that got insanely lucky and caught a shiny Eevee. Congratulations. I want to know, what do you recommend doing with it? Just keep it as is, sell it, or which evolution, if at all? I love some insight. This is a great, I'm so glad you're asking questions and like trying to figure out what the best thing you should do is versus panic selling. The number one mistake I see new players do is like catching a rare shiny, something worth a lot of Pokeyen, and just immediately selling it, right? And I always say 99.9% of players go on to regret selling their first OT shiny, okay? So keep, that's a big one. I always tell players, if you get a shiny, if you get like lucky on a shiny, if you're a new player, get a rare shiny, whatever, just at least sleep on it for like a week or two. That shiny isn't going to go down in value. It's not going to go anywhere. You can always sell it later on. The only time you can't, it's kind of like a haircut, right? You can always go shorter, but you can't grow the hair back, right? If you really want to sell it, you can always do it later on. It's better to wait, process, think about it, sit on it. And my just strong opinion, I really recommend keeping it. A shiny Eevee, especially if you like Eevee at all, especially if you like it all, you definitely keep it. It's a shiny Pokemon that costs people 150 mil to hunt and takes them about 1,000 hours on average. It is such an unbelievably like rare, pursued, idolized Pokemon, right? I definitely, it's so much better to keep it and more valuable to keep it than to sell it. But it's obviously, at the end of the day, it's up to you. Okay, once again, while this egg is hatching, sorry, there's so much going on today. A lot of good questions, a lot of like chat coming in, popping off, which I appreciate. I'm going to go ahead and put some Pokemon in the daycare. We can raise 2 Pokemon. So this is just going to be free passive XP over time. I'm going to go ahead and plop this one in as well. Come see me in a while. So it's interesting because in PokeMMO, like you don't breed with the actual like daycare lady in PokeMMO. You do it with like the old man outside. Whereas in traditional Pokemon games, you would breed with her as well. So it kind of fuddles up the dialogue to have Pokemon in the daycare sometimes. So it's kind of an interesting, unique situation in PokeMMO. I'm gonna go over to Johto, I think, next, because Johto is the best XP training spot in the game, so you want to have probably your best Pokemon or certain Pokemon in Johto if you want to like gain free passive XP. Okay, I lied. I'm going to save Johto. I'm going to keep Johto empty so I can test the XP rates for a video because I really want to see how much of the XP do you actually gain on your Daycare Pokemon. But let's go ahead and we can just go put him in Hoenn for now. Hoenn's not really a region I gain too much XP in, so these ones will probably sit here for a while. Part of me is also wondering if I'll just accidentally run into a Pokemon that is there forever, like has been there for a long time that I forgot about. It's very, very possible, especially at the daycare. I mean, fun fact, in Kanto, there's actually 2 different daycares, right? So there's that daycare below Cerulean City. So I kind of want to go over to that one and see. I might have a Pokemon in there. That'd be a very Patrouski move. All right, but first things first, our Tangela hatch, and it came out Calm Nature, and this looks really good. This might be a sell for profit. I might have saved this breeding fiasco. Tangela, Alpha, let's do this. Let's do 31, 31, 31. 20 plus in these stats. What's the cheapest one? That same 2, there's also just a very small supply, it seems like, of Tangelas on the GTL. This one is Calm for 700k. Like, this is so expensive. I'm gonna list this one for kind of a fair bit, to be honest. Let me check other price checks though. Let me do like this. This one's Docile. This could be an interesting breed, honestly, for profit. Do we breed that one as well and try to make some? This one's missing hidden ability access though. If you're looking for alphas, keep an eye on that. This one is missing hidden ability access. Someone sucked it off of it with prismatic pearls to put onto a different Tangela. Keep that in mind. This one probably goes for a fair bit. The fact that it's Calm, it's kind of like usable. You wouldn't always want to go with special defense like that, but this is a usable Tangela. I might go like what seems like a crazy price on this. I might go like 300k-ish on this, like 299. I think it's a fair price based on, I think it is. It's a usable Tangela. I'm not going to make much profit on these breeds. I'm going to do minus 275k over here. I fucked up. It'd be 230k. I'm making like 40, 50k profit. That's after those 2 Tangela breeds. I'm not making much. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Not the best day for breeding for profit, but that also happens, and I'd rather show you guys like the mistakes and how to crawl out of those mistakes. Theoretically, you should be able to fix most breeds for profits unless you're like too far into the breed for like 4 times 31, 5 times 31. Sometimes you just take a loss. But on something like that, I've never bred before for profit, I kind of made a little bit of a mistake today. I spent too much time only making 40 to 50k profit, which is not great, but at least we ended up with profit. All right, I'm heading down to the daycare to the south of Cerulean City. Yeah, someone said like also, yeah, PSA, use the daycare. If you're XP training, it's free XP. Like, yeah. No, if you don't know what to put in like a gym room Pokemon. Some of the best Pokemon, if you don't know what Pokemon to put in, some of the best Pokemon to put in the daycare are Meowths. Because the daycare will not accidentally evolve them into Persians. So that is like genuinely, if you want to just make profit, Meowths, Smeargles, things like that are some of the best Pokemon. You can buy them off the GTL for the cheapest price. If I bought a Smeargle off the GTL for 2k, right? And then I just put it into the, what's it called? Into the daycare and let it get to level 100. What do they start at? Let's see, like in the wild. You'd probably make like 50k. Yeah. So you'd pay 2k. It's level 44. It would cost like 60k or whatever to pull out. You would literally just make like 30 to 50k per Smeargle. Just that you literally do nothing to them. Just buy them, put them in the daycare. That's it. I feel like the daycares are super. Once again, I genuinely feel like the daycares are one of the most underutilized passive moneymakers in PokeMMO, and I want to draw more attention to it and talk about it more. I'm going to go ahead and plop this Metagross here. All right, so we have many Pokemon in many of the daycares. We still have, I'm going to save Johto for testing today. And then I'm going to save, yeah, Cynical could be good for Eruption Typhlosions. Absolutely. We're going to check, so Kanto's full. Hoenn is full. Sinnoh and Unova are up. We'll do Unova because that one's I know where it's at. All right, Unova now has 2 Pokemon as well. People are saying how long to get level 100 in the daycare. It depends on how much XP you gain in the overworld. The XP given to your Pokemon is based on how much XP you get in the overworld. A 2018 forum post says that you get 60% of the XP on your daycare Pokemon, and I don't think that's true. That seems really, really high. I would guess it's like 20%, but we're gonna straight up test today to see how it works. So we have the only things left are Johto, which I'm saving, but then Sinnoh. So I have 2 Pokemon ready up for Sinnoh. All right, then finally is the Sinnoh Daycare, which is over in Salatian Town. We're gonna go talk to her. She should hold 2, I believe. Raise my Pokemon. Yes, please. We got a bear tick in here, and then this is probably the one I care about the most. This level 71 Crocodile that could be super good. I'm gonna have to remember to take these out. The funny thing will be to remember to take these out in the future when raids come around. All right. So now every single daycare in the game is full except for Johto. Well, I'm gonna make its own video covering this. I'm gonna test it, explain daycares. A lot of people, we don't have a resource on it, right? So this is behind the scenes in the making of a video. So I'm gonna head over to Johto. I'm gonna grab a level 1 Pokemon, put it in the daycare, and then do some XP training and try to track how much XP I gain, as well as XP that goes to my what's it called? My daycare Pokemon. All right, step 1 towards making a video about the daycare and testing daycare XP is actually getting a good Pokemon that I can use to just holistically see how much XP I'm gaining. I don't want to have like a level 100 lead Pokemon and then an XP share Pokemon, because I'm not going to be able to easily see how much XP I'm purely gaining. I could be losing half of that XP. I don't know how that mechanic is going to work with it. I need to have a Pokemon that is like fully leveled, under level 100, that can also kill the best XP Mon in Johto, so aka like a special attack Rampardos. I don't know if this is enough damage yet. Yep, this cannot kill these guys. It killed most of them, to be fair, but I need to get this Rampardos a little bit stronger, and then he'll be a good test for the video. This is a great quick question. Can I unteach Smeargle moves and replace him with Sketch? Yes. You could always, I mean, if your Smeargle's not level 100, you could always teach it more sketches every like 11 levels or 10 levels. It's like level 21, level 31, level 41. He learns Sketch every time, etc. all the way to level 100. But then you could also always heart scale. You could always heart scale Sketch as well. Okay, chat, I've decided I'm sick of being overwhelmed on stream. I'm sick of doing a million fucking things. We're gonna turn our brains off and shiny hunt like a good PokeMMO player, dude. Let's go back to Sandslash, 60,000 encounters. Let's see if we can break the demon streak today, dude. Let's fucking go Kuroshi, dude. This is the best news I've heard all day. Arguably the coolest shiny I've seen all week. This is amazing. I love. Also, like, Vigoroth's kind of cooler than I realized. Like, it's almost like golden-esque. I love shiny Slackoth. It's my favorite shiny in Petalburg Woods. I think it's close with Sceptile, but I've always loved Slacking as a Pokemon. I've used Slacking in NU PvP so much. It's not good, but I love it. It's so fun. Always loved this Pokemon line. Loved everything about it. You got a mysterious Cherish Ball. A mysterious ball, shiny Vigoroth. Very deserved. Kuroshi, for those who don't know, the infamous driest shiny hunter to ever exist, and went 474,000 or so encounters on a shiny hunt during official PokeMMO Shiny Wars. Very, very deserved. Beautiful shiny. Congratulations, Kuroshi. It's a super cool shiny. Super unique. This is a great question. How do you recommend to approach PokeMMO for someone who has never played before? The answer that I always give is just to, number 1, pick your favorite region to start in. And then number 2, play it as a normal Pokemon game. Number 3, Google any questions that come up alongside your play, right? So if you go over into like global chat and you see someone say like Alpha Spoink at Sinnoh Route 5 million, right? You might be like, what the hell? There's no Route 5 million in Pokemon. No, but you'd be like, no. What's an Alpha Spoink? What's an Alpha Pokemon? You would go to Google, say Alpha Pokemon Explained, or what is an Alpha Pokemon? Watch a video, read a forum thread, learn about that. Then if someone says, oh, Pheno, ground Pheno in Unova, Drillbur Cave, you'd be like, what's a Pheno? Okay, go to Google. What is a Pheno? PokeMMO Explained, right? Someone says something like, oh, wow, I just got a 2012 Pokemon, guys. Hell yeah. Go to Google. What's a 2012 Pokemon PokeMMO? I just got a secret shiny. Go to Google. What's this? There's just Googling questions as they pop up throughout your normal gameplay is very important. And being involved in, unfortunately, global chat, which I don't recommend, but like global chat, team chats, channel chats, Discords, live streams, YouTube comments, like just engaging in stuff and slowly building up the information, building up the knowledge. is the best way, in my opinion, to approach it. But you don't want to overwhelm yourself with too much new information, because PokeMMO is a lot of new stuff, but you also don't want to be like too understimulated where you're just playing the game like a Pokemon game, because then that can be kind of boring. I think a lot of people might play Pokemon and be like, this is just Pokemon, and then just kind of quit, which I understand. So it's good you have to find that right middle ground, right? Alrighty, fellas, thanks to a generous chatter. I think it was Tianu. I can actually go check. I think maybe my trade log would tell me. Why doesn't it say? No, I think it was Tianu. He sent me a shiny charm, okay? So we're gonna pop it. I don't recommend, people always come on my stream and ask, why aren't you popping shiny charms during time swipe hordes? It's really not worth it. It's not efficient. It's a lot of Pokeyen to save a few hours over a pretty supposedly short hunt. I mean, I'm very dry, but it's generally not worth to use shiny charms when you're time swipe hoarding. However, it is worth to use them if you want to have a ton of fun. So let's go ahead and pop shiny charm, see what we can do today, and try to end our dry streak and get ourselves a shiny Sandslash. Wait, how have I not heard about this? Battle Brown, what the actual fuck, my dude? This is from today, dude. A wild shot. For those who don't know, Hitmonchan, the Tyrogue line is like the rarest non-legendary non-Shalfa in PokeMMO. The Tyrogue line and the Togepi line. Dude, plus it's 31 speed Jolly. This is insane. How did I not hear about this? This is unbelievable. It's way rarer than an egg shiny in my opinion. This is insane. Dude, congrats to Battle Brown. This is actually, how did I not hear about this? This is a wild, crazy shiny to get. Literally got it this morning. Good Master Ball use as well. I always say to hold your Master Balls for shinies that can self-KO themselves, or wild shinies that are so rare that it becomes a flex to catch them with it. That I deeply respect. If someone asked me to explain the EXP Reamplifier really quick, I have a few videos on it. You can always just, you can also just check it out on the gift shop. But if I want to TLDR cover the two most important points, the two most important things about the XP Reamplifier, which is over in the gift shop, it costs 1,000 RP and it's untradeable. So you have to buy 1,000 RP either with Pokeyen or your credit card. I just bought the RP and then buy it. But the two biggest benefits are the plus 5%, just 5% extra XP. It's not as much as you would think, but it's 5% extra XP, which adds up over long periods of time. And then the main benefit, which this got changed after I did a video talking about whether or not Reamplifier was worth it or not, which is a little unfortunate because this was a huge buff to it. They split the XP distribution. So when you put XP share on an item or on a Pokemon, right? 50% of the XP, no matter if you have 1 XP shares or 5, right? 50% of the XP in a battle goes to the lead Pokemon, and then the other 50% is distributed to the Pokemon with XP shares, whether it's 1 to 5. They all split the other 50%. So if you're using a level 100 Pokemon, you're wasting 50% of the XP per battle, which is brutal, right? However, with an XP Reamplifier, it changes it to 25% for the lead Pokemon and then 75% for the rest, which is just a hardcore benefit for the most part. That's the best reason to use the Reamplifier. Because then if you're using a level 100 Pokemon to train, it wastes less of the XP, 25% less of the XP. And then if you're using a level 70 or whatever to train it levels that Pokemon up slower, which is a good thing because then you can have that be used longer, if that makes sense. Great question. The Reamplifier is an item that is really good once you reach either late mid game or just late game. I would not recommend. People have asked I could buy the Reamplifier, but it would be my entire cash tag. Should I get it? And the answer is always no, right? Only buy the Reamplifier if you Eevee trained and XP train a ton, and then you're kind of late mid game or just late game. The other huge benefit is leveling Meowths with it. So you can put, with a Reamplifier, you don't have to put XP shares on the Pokemon, right? So when you're XP training Meowths normally, right, you have to put XP shares on them, and you have to cancel the evolutions, because if you accidentally evolve a Meowth, you lose a lot of profits, or pretty much all the profits. But if you're using Reamplifier, you can train 5 Meowths and put Everstones on them as well. The Reamplifier is essentially a fancy XP all, but there's those 3 other benefits that are worth talking about and worth noting. That was a great question. You know what? Someone said join me at Shiny Larvitar. I'm so down, dude. Let's do it. I at this point, I probably should be doing Lepashunts if I'm this dry. I'm so down. So I usually bring a cute charm Pokemon here just because I don't. If you get an Onix or a Larvitar, you might depend on what what nature you want. So I'm gonna grab my cute charm shiny Minccino. Give this fella a choice scarf, and we're gonna go shunt up at the top of Mount Silver, boys. The top of Mount Silver. For a 20% chance at a shiny Larvitar, which I would turn into a Pupitar. Secretly the most underrated middle evolution shiny. But there's a better chance we get an Onix. I've hunted at the spot a fair bit in the past. I've not phased here at all. It's way more likely I get an Onix. If I were to get a 0-phase Larvitar, then Patrouski luck would be full in session, and I would be the luckiest gamer alive. Dude, I think this is genuinely one of the craziest PvP statistics in PokeMMO. Diglett has a 60% win rate in OU in PokeMMO. Now, obviously, the reason why is because of Arena Trap. With Dugtrio banned out of OU for it being considered not competitive, I believe, people resort to Diglett to do the same exact thing. And it's people, PvP players infamously don't like it, you know? It's funny that 21 of them have sand veil. They just bluff the Arena Trap. What's the play here? But a Pokemon like Diglett having a 60% win rate. This thing has, what's its base attack stat? 55 base attack, but it's still enough to trap people. That's insane. And get those revenge kills. That is so crazy. The scarier thing, arguably, is the 2.8% tournament usage. The fact that it's 0.62% matchmaking, okay, sure. The fact that it's being used almost 3% of the time in tournaments. I don't play PvP, so as much I don't know it that like I shouldn't, but that'd be a little scary to me. It'd be a little worrisome for sure. I'm probably gonna go ahead and call it here today for today, fellas. I had a lot of fun, great stream, got a lot done. Really nice, healthy sized Thursday stream, last stream of the week, unfortunately. But I'll see you guys next Monday. I have some banger videos. I think it's this week. Oh yeah! Wait, I'm sorry. Before I go, wait. Big announcement. March 1st, I'm dropping. I didn't even say this yet. I should have opened the video with this. This is such a good clickbait. March 1st, I am dropping the new PokeMMO 63 tips for new players, revamped, redone, and revitalized in 2025 because the game has changed dramatically since I made the last one. So the new 63 tips, the 2025 version, is coming on March 1st, boys. I spent a lot of time on this video and also got a really cool sponsorship with a friend, a fellow PokeMMO player. So it's kind of like more of a collaboration. So I'm excited for it. I hope you guys like it. I hope you find it helpful. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see videos every single day regarding PokeMMO. Don't subscribe if not. I get it. You don't want to watch videos every day. I understand. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you want to join that really cool community. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, allow me to do big projects like 63 tips and big guides and have more time for that and have more time for streams, YouTube memberships, Twitch primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal / Venmo donations allow me to be here. I could not do this without the amount of support you guys give me, and I'm so grateful to that every single day. And I hope I can give you as much value in your daily lives as you guys give me. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy PokeMMO, and I will see you guys next Monday. Peace, Reno. Hey, thank you so very much for watching until the very end of the video. That means the world to me. And if your name is listed here, you're the reason I'm able to do this in the first place by going above and beyond and supporting the channel via YouTube memberships and Twitch primes. Thank you so much. Have a great day.